gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, baby boys. In this video, we are speaking about how to actually go about making content and attracting an influx of leads to your business, bro. Whether you have a fitness coaching business or mentorships, whatever it is that you are selling online and building your brand, how to start getting an influx of fucking leads and attracting the right audience, okay? Because the worst thing you can do is build a brand with no intent. And then on top of that, if you don't have an influx of leads right now, if your business is not going well, it usually comes down to one of two things, bro. And that is your fucking content sucks and there's no connection building. And so that is the two things you must master, because as I like to say, you could have, bro, the best product and the best results process and have everything built beautifully in your entire business. But if the one thing that's the most important thing isn't working and isn't bringing in people, like, none of that shit fucking matters. You got to think of like a door, bro. After somebody opens the door, it could be like the most beautiful, eye-opening experience they've ever had. But if you can't get people to even open the door, none of it matters, okay? So boys, with that being said, how do you go about making content, okay? Because a lot of people don't seem to understand this concept. Now, gentlemen, in business, there's something called an ICP, and this is an ideal client profile, a dream avatar, or your avatar, as I like to say, in your dream client. Now, a lot of you guys haven't defined this, or maybe you have, but you look over the importance of having your avatar. So what is your dream client? What is your avatar? It's exactly that, bro. It's like when you have an offer right now, who is it specifically and directly aimed toward? And then you ask yourself these questions. What is the biggest problem they're having in their life? How big of a problem is this in their life? Is it a pain problem? Is it a pleasure problem? Can they even afford my services? Is a huge one that I've seen a lot of people not take into consideration. Because believe me, if you answer all the questions and getting as detailed as possible on like who you're selling to, but at the end of the day, they can't afford what you're selling, none of it makes sense, okay? I remember Alex Hermosi, if you guys know who that is, actually gives a great example of this. He's like, he knew a friend that would help people get jobs and, like, I think help them build resumes. But what is the problem with that? The problem with that is, like, who is he selling to? He's selling to people that don't have a job. And what do people that don't have a job have? They don't have money. And so it's like, how is he supposed to get paid even though he knows what he's doing, right? Or, I mean, who knows if he is, but that's exactly, it's like a lot of the times you have to get very, very specific with your avatar and who you're actually selling your offer to then understand if all the effort, everything that you're even putting in makes sense, okay? Because I've seen so many people put in so much effort and go after their dream client, but then they go on to hop on a bunch of calls to close people just to realize that they're targeting a bunch of 14, 15, 16-year-olds that don't have a couple $1,000 or $1,000 to their name, yet like 20 bucks, right? It's like, okay, you have to be smart about this stuff, right? So with that being said, right, when you start to ask questions about your avatar and really digging into the pain problems, because those problems sell a lot easier than pleasure problems, for example, but any offer would really sell if you know how to sell it, and getting real clear on all that stuff, now what you can do, gentlemen, is once you become very specific and have all these different kind of questions answered, you take all those questions and you start to make content around your avatar, okay? Why? Boys, the reason for this is when you make content directly aimed at somebody, they will know you are talking to them. Now, specifically, if you don't have a following, bro, of like over 100,000 people, and you're a smaller creator in a sense, it is way, way fucking easier to try to find 4 people that'll pay you $2,500 in a month than trying to find 100 people that'll pay you $100 in a month, okay? It's just simple business economics and 10K a month business economics. And the thing with that too is, like, it will require you so much less effort in working and selling 4 people than it would you trying to work and sell with 100 people. And this is why a lot of the times the biggest misconception and the biggest thing that people look over is, like, even if you have a following right now, bro, of a couple hundred people, maybe even 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, 100 people, that's still a lot of people. Imagine your following right now standing in front of you, okay? And then now when you start to think of it in high ticket, it's like, oh wow, if 100 of these people that follow me gave me $2,500, like how much money is that? That's like what is it, $250,000 with a following of 100 people. Now obviously not everybody's going to buy from you, but that is why you sell high ticket. Okay. And the reason as well, to add on to that, is this: when you make your content around your avatar, the person that you are selling to, I need you to think of like a machine gun. You guys know what a machine gun is. It just like sprays a bunch of bullets, okay? If you have a crowd and you're trying to spray a bunch of bullets, you know, you'll maybe hit some people, but they're not aimed as well as it would be if you had like a fucking sniper in your hand and you were hitting shot, like headshots, right? And that's how you need to think about your business, especially early on, as I mentioned, when you have like less than 100,000 followers, for example, because you're not trying to market to like the masses and as many people as possible, even though like you technically are. But what you want to do, and the best way to go about it, is market to specifically exactly who you're trying to target, bro, and sell high ticket to them. And with high ticket, you will also guarantee people, not guarantee, but you also be able to deliver results 10 times better than you normally would selling like low ticket, because people are more committed, they're more invested in whatever it is they're selling. But I'll make separate videos on that. But gentlemen, that is how you can go on to make the right kinds of content, and the content that's actually going to bring you leads to your business. Is like, you have to think about, bro, who you're selling to, and think about the things that they would want to know that then would be attracted to your brand, right? So for example, if you're like, this is a big misconception actually I hear a lot of the times. People think that, you know, just because somebody's jacked, they'll be able to sell, bro. It couldn't be farther from the truth. Like, I know people that are ripped, that have like a fucking amazing physique, that can't sell for shit. And then I know people that I've seen that have like a mid-ass physique, bro, but that they're making like 50K a month. And the reason for that is the people, the dude in specific that's making like 50K a month, that has like a decent physique, he knows how to make content, he knows how to build connection and sell his offers, bro. Like, a lot of people think, oh, you know, you'll jacked and you'll sell. Like, no, that's not how it works. And a lot of you, if you're watching this and you're jacked right now and you're not making 10K a month, it's exactly my point. It's like, you need to nail the content and the connection building, and you'll do that through identifying your avatar and through posting the right kinds of content that will actually structure you and have a good message come across. But more importantly, as I said, put yourself in a position where they see you as a respected individual, where they see you as an expert in what you're doing. They see you as somebody credible. And I'm going to say this isn't something bad, but the way you have to think about it, bro, is when you're selling your offers, people have to be able to look up to you. You have to be an attractive character, right? Because if people don't look up to you, if people don't respect you, your clients, for example, right? If they don't see you like if you haven't positioned yourself as an expert, as somebody they can look up to, why the fuck would they pay you? Especially if you're going high ticket, and which you should be. It's like, dude, nobody's gonna give you thousands and thousands of dollars if they don't even like look up to you. Because that's the whole point. They're paying you because they see your level of expertise, because they see the value. And so you have to be able to translate that into your content. And how do you do that? Through building the connection, through building informational content, motivational content, whatever it is that you're selling. And you'll do that through identifying your avatar and really speaking the facts. Like, one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is you don't show your expertise, bro. It's like, bro, how do you expect to make money and let people know who you are, what you can do for them, if you haven't even told anybody? Like, the best way for me to break that down is you need to be able to showcase what you have in here. You can't automatically assume people will know what's in your head. It's like, you have to be able to break things down to the level of like a third grader, and to the level of like, imagine yourself years and years ago, if you were brand new to things and you know, you were trying to explain them to a third grader. That's how you need to do. You need to be able to break down the concepts and the information in a way that will set you apart, in a way that will show people you have expertise, and in that you've now positioned yourself as an expert. So positioning is a huge part in this, and that all comes through the content and being able to attract the right leads to your fucking business, gentlemen. So boys, hopefully that made sense. Hopefully that gave you an example on how to start making the right kind of content and really building that connection, establishing yourself as an expert. One thing I'll say before we end off the video is when it comes to building the connection, gentlemen, something you have to do is be authentic. It's also a huge problem I see a lot of people not doing in their content is that as soon as the camera comes on, they try to be somebody else that they're not. Gentlemen, you have to be authentic. You have to be connection building, and you will be connection building in your authenticity and you being yourself. People will be able to resonate with you, your beliefs, bro, the way you are. That's why they followed you. Okay? And this also is done through the repetition of content, and the connection building is done through the nurturing of your content. Through maybe you have a free funnel, a lead magnet, maybe you have a nurturing process in stone that you do on Instagram through your stories, which you should be doing daily to consistently indoctrinate people, as I like to say, or build that level, that connection on a deeper level. And then all of these things will lead to more leads coming into your business, and actually people feeling more connected and knowing that you can help them with the problem that they are having, and it all stems from your content. Boys, hopefully you took something valuable from this. Love you guys as always. If you want to work with me one-on-one, build your fucking brand, you can do so. Click on the internet work that I have in the fucking description, or you can join the free Telegram channel. And I love you boys as always. See you in the next video. Let's get it, baby.